for me.
Yeah, I mean, so how are you making money now?
I have another business that's also involved in MBA education.
Yeah.
So we have like a resource site that helps people find, the best business school for them internationally, helps connect them to business schools, helps give great tips on how to get in to the top MBA programs.
Awesome. So, I mean, that's how I've been thinking about it too, is I use whatever is paying the bills to fund my creative ventures. And I try to minimize the hours I spend on the stuff where I make money, and I lower my cost of living to create the more time and space to do the creative stuff because I know the creative stuff is not going to make money in the first year or two, but it leads to like these surprising opportunities down the road. And I think it takes like 2 to 3 years for this to even start happening. Like I had somebody reach out yesterday about this like mini workshop I did 4 or 5 years ago. And they're now at a company and they were saying, hey, we've been following your work and thought you'd be cool to like do a workshop with our company. And it's like, oh wow. It's like you can only get that by like keep giving with no expectation of return and
Yes,
like keep going.
yes,
But
yes.
that requires a tremendous amount of faith in the world.
You
that
you beat me
like
to my next you beat me to my next question. That's exactly what I wanted to ask you about. Which is underlying all your responses to me so far in this conversation is this faith. I feel it.
mm,
This faith in abundance. I'll just put it that way. That if you keep giving, it will, without any expectation of return, just because you're putting good work out there and you're helping people, it's going to somehow come back to you in whatever way and will help you continue on. I'm not saying it's going to make you $2 million, but um, you'll be able to continue on your path, right?
yeah, and even if it doesn't, it's fine. I think that's a really hard shift, right? Because
Hmm.
we're like we grew up in this wage-based economy as well, which says we give our time and you give us money, right? I have value and worth and you need to respect and pay for that. Now, as you work as a solopreneur, you basically need to do work for free. Like that is unavoidable, no matter what you're doing. Like your podcasts, you're putting stuff out because you want to put it out. If you have expectation that you'll make money, that's going to be a like dark cloud over everything you do. Like people are going to feel that. And you might need to work through that, but that is something that you need to figure out. Like if you don't like giving and you feel like people need to owe you for everything you do, like working on your own, solopreneurship, self-employment is not for you. It's just gonna be painful because you're gonna get screwed. You're gonna get not paid by stuff. You're gonna get lowballed. Um, you're going to things are gonna take longer than you expect to turn into things. And I think that's some of the aspect I want to bring to this conversation around self-employment because it is really easy to get clicks and follows if you just say, here are the 10 hacks I used to make $75,000. I see, like, I worked in the business world and I was pretty good at the corporate world. I know how to make money. I know I could like ramp stuff up and double down, but it wouldn't be the journey I want to be on. And I know, like, I want to take maybe 2 or 3 times as long, maybe not make as much money in the short term or even the long term, and like figure out, like, how do you do this without like sacrificing work you don't want to do or like paths you don't want to follow, right? And that like brings me alive. Like I love that question of like how do you do it because I'm living it too, and it's hard, and I don't have the answers, but I keep learning, and it's so cool.